Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Marvel The Infinity Saga Star-Lord's Helmet set. This is set number 76251. It has 602 pieces and I paid $80 for this set. Now, I have not done the Iron Man helmet. I have done the Venom mask. I haven't done the Carnage one, and I've done several of the Star Wars helmets. So I was sort of familiar with this kind of style of a set, but I held off on this one for a long time because of the price to piece count and just the open top and everything in here. But I did want to give it a shot. It looks like there's some good pieces in here and some nice details, interesting build. And I was able to, I paid $80 for this retail, but because I bought it where I bought it and whatever else, my actual cost probably is closer to $70. And had I not been able to get those promotions or whatever else, I don't know if I would have picked this up. But either way, in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so that is this Lego Marvel Infinity Saga Star-Lord's helmet set. This is interesting. I really enjoyed building this, but it's not perfect and it's not my favorite helmet that I've done. Very interesting set still, and there's a lot of good stuff in here, but there's some stuff that I'm not super thrilled about. So I'm excited to kind of get into this. The first bag that you build, the first bag of pieces, is the base, building up to the inner portion of the head here. And the base is in the stand is very much the same as the Venom mask display and the Star Wars helmets for the most part. They're all intentionally supposed to be pretty much the same and very much similar to the Infinity Gauntlet and the Nano Gauntlet stands as well, which is nice. It's good to have sort of some consistency there. I was actually surprised then about the building of the internal structure of the helmet here, because as we can see from the top, it is hollow. It doesn't have a top piece, and this is all empty in here. So largely building up the internal structure of this after you build the base is very much just bricks and plates with studs on the side and using brackets. And you kind of do the same step maybe 5 or 6 times in all these layers in here. And that's very much, it's very basic. It's very rounded. Squared rather. You do leave some spaces for different details to be added on the front. You do use some clip things to kind of close off and complete the kind of rounded nature around the face here. But very much for these side panels, and for the back, it's just a lot of brackets, studs on the side, and most of this stuff is kind of sub-assemblies that just get applied to something that's very, very square, very straight, very vertical in there. So as far as build experience goes, compared to other helmets and other sets like this, like display oriented kind of helmets or the gloves or whatever, it was pretty rudimentary, I think. The finished model, I think, looks really good. The second and third and fourth bags are mostly then building out these kind of the sides and the front, and that all went pretty smoothly. It's a lot of kind of sub-assembly builds, which I like. It kind of makes it a little more interesting, and I think you can get more detail and kind of more unique building techniques when doing something like that. So, for example, on the back, like this whole bit is kind of its own assembly here, and I don't know if I can easily remove all of this, but there's a whole kind of back bit here that goes on, and that's all well and good. I think the shaping of around the back is nice. The color choice is interesting because it's using this this is kind of like a nougaty, not like a dark tan. I'm actually not sure what specific color that is, but it's supposed to be like gold adjacent, I believe, or like kind of standing in for gold while not using the kind of drum lacquered metallic gold for so many things at the back. I would have liked, if these are supposed to be gold in the universe or in canon, I would have liked for them to do that, especially for a premium set that's priced the way it is. But maybe these aren't supposed to be gold, and they are supposed to be kind of this sort of darkish, tannish, nougaty, light brown kind of color here. But that's all good. I think the color blocking in general is pretty good about how that transitions to the back from the sides and everything, which is really nice. On the side, this bit here with these couple slopes is kind of its own sub-assembly. These are all put on individually. the kind of plate work in here is its own kind of sub-assembly there. Then we kind of like add in some of these details in the side as we go, once it's all put on there. So you add these couple tiles, you do add these drum lacquered gold slopes and tiles after you kind of put in some of these sub-assemblies. This whole bit on the kind of cheek area here, that's a whole sub-assembly here, and it's clipped on with 3 clips. These telephone pieces used for detail are only studded down on one side, so those are prone to come off, but this whole bit is its own kind of assembly. Up here, this is its own kind of assembly up there, and we can see I just lost a piece. There are few gaps. These do fit together well, so if I push this one out too far, it will pop that piece off. That's kind of its own bit there. Same on the other side, and same on the other side over here. These are very much just mirrored images of each other. For the face, I really liked the kind of nose or the bridge of the face coming down from the forehead. This is its own little bit here, which is fine, very simple. But how this part between the eyes comes together, I really, really liked when that slotted in between the eyes. I thought that was really great. This whole bit, you use some interesting techniques here. This is clipped on, so you can see there's a little bit of movement in the face mask part or the mouth cover kind of bit here. But that was very neat. It was a nice little assembly to get that all together, including some stuff where like we have some studs coming off the bottom here and just some interesting piece usages there. I think it is important to note that this big piece is kind of a unique shaped piece, and that is a print, and a really good print. I think the color match is really good. The detail is good. The opacity is all very good. So it's really, really nice that that's one big print. It does elevate the set. And these eye pieces on the inside, these tiles, these big tiles inside there are prints as well, which again is really, really great to see. And, I wish the Star Wars helmets maybe would have more prints than they do stickers, but it could be just for the certain details that go on in those helmets. Maybe it doesn't make sense to have prints for all of those. And for this one, it was just kind of 3 pieces, but 2 kind of important prints that are pretty prominent and pretty, big kind of centerpieces of the set, that it made sense for them to do that. But I really like how the front of this looks. This is its own kind of sub-assembly. These kind of, I would call it like almost like canister looking things on the side, or these tubes, which are just the half cylinder pieces there, and you kind of put all that together and then they're on a ball joint, so they can be kind of articulated. You can see the ball joint right here. They can be positioned in such a way to minimize gaps and to get it in its own kind of position. And then this bit coming off the end does not attach to anything at the back of the helmet here. And that's kind of its own little build sub-assembly that then you use a bar element slotted in here. And that's the same on the other side. I think those finish off really nice. It is a detailed build there. And these do feel a little bit flimsy. There's just the one connection point with the ball joints. But it does allow for them to get in a pretty good position here with minimal gaps between the pieces. So when you're looking at this head on, it looks pretty good. And same for these bits at the back. I think you can pretty much get them like close enough to this kind of earpiece or the back of the mask there on the side that it feels pretty complete, but those could get knocked off or kind of just, they could maybe be askew or off at a weird angle. So, but pretty good. And I think it finishes it off nice. We do get a printed sort of placard here with Star-Lord's name on it that goes on the front. And I think, the build wasn't terribly challenging, but it was interesting. And I think it looks really, really great for the most part. I'm not sure how I feel about this top of it. I think when I look at it head on, when I look at it like this or from the side, it looks pretty good. If this was at eye level, it looks pretty good. But if this is displayed in such a way that this is kind of seen over the top, or you're looking down at it, I think it loses a lot of its presence and a lot of its spectacle here. I don't know if doing hair, brick built hair, would make this better. I just, maybe I actually don't know, because in one level I'm like, well, maybe just don't make this set, don't you do this character unless you know how to do something up here. Now, on the official website, in the official images, they do show this set with, scissors and pens and pencils in there. That's interesting, I guess, that they were willing to show that in official images. I'm not going to use this as a pencil holder. It would be fine for that, but it's just not how I want to display this set, or what I think, is the best use of this set here. Fine. There could be people out there who are going to do that. For Venom and for all the Star Wars helmets, it's been rounded off up top or closed off. And for Iron Man, that's the same as well. I wonder, the Batman cowl and the Luke Skywalker pilot helmet has like openings in the lower part of it for the face, for the Batman and for Luke's face. And I actually think those work okay. So I don't know what to do about this one. I actually might like it better if this was just like tiled out near the top, just to not have this cavity in here. You're looking down at it, then it wouldn't feel as weird to me. It would feel more like this helmet, this face mask, is just kind of on a mannequin or on a stand, like that could work in universe. And so I almost wish that this opening wasn't here at all, even though Lego does in the official images show that there is utility there. It's just not my favorite visually. It looks fine because they have those tiles in there and a couple curved plates in there and whatever. It does look like relatively finished inside, the way that this is tiled out, these are tiled out. So that has some effort gone into the design of the internals in there. I just don't know if it works for me, and I think I might prefer it with this kind of closed off. And then while I think it looks pretty good, I don't love that. The rest of it, I don't really have any complaints, except for maybe, these are delicate. These are a little bit delicate. And then the sides and the back are, a little simplistic, but they kind of capture the essence of the reference rather well, almost very, very well. So I really like that. But the last thing to talk about is sort of the price and the value of this set. This set is 602 pieces. And it retails for $80. I paid $80 kind of after some deals and some cash back and some this and some that. It's probably, my real cost is probably closer to $70. I held off on buying this set for a long time, and I'm happy I have it because I think it looks really, really great. I think it actually is a fantastic set. Display wise, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, wow, this is really, really impressive, and looks really, really great. This print is fantastic. These prints are fantastic. Very few gaps. The overall shaping is really, really well done. This is overpriced, in my opinion. not only is the price per piece bad, we do have a lot of empty negative space in here. And it just doesn't feel like $80. So I paid, I think, $80 for the Darth Vader helmet. That one has considerable amount more pieces. I think that's in the 800 piece range. For other Star Wars helmets, I've paid 70 for or less. And for Venom, I paid like 55 for. And that had, I believe, more pieces than this. I think, actually for the Infinity Gauntlet and the Nano Gauntlet, those might retail around the same and have similar piece counts or less. I think actually the Infinity Gauntlet has less pieces, but has some big pieces and recolors, I think, and just a ton of gold. This one doesn't, it has some gold, but whether or not these are supposed to be gold, it's not. So that's fine. The Infinity Gauntlet has a ton of gold. And I think I price matched the Infinity Gauntlet and ended up getting it for like $63 or $64, which would maybe be 20% off if it's $80 retail. And then the Nano Gauntlet, I thought for some reason that retailed at $70 at first, but then went up to $80. I think I paid $80 for it. This released at $80, and that just doesn't feel great to me. I already think these helmets are a little bit overpriced. They are display focused, they are adult focused, and so sometimes that has their own premium to it. They are really good sets. I do like building them. I do like how they look. I do like how they display a great deal. But this is just overpriced. And I can't really get around that. If I compare this to, I recently did a video about the Expecto Patronum Harry Potter set that just came out. That was $70. I think probably some recolors in that set. $70 for that set, and was 150 more pieces than this. And not just a lot of dark bluish gray. So that's a better deal. This is not a good deal, in my opinion. Great set, bad deal. And I think $60, now we're really talking. Like that's a good price for this. $70, I'm like, okay, that's in line with Leia's helmet that came out the most recent time, and Captain, Rex and this and that. And I think 70 is okay. It's probably still a little too much, but it's okay compared to the Star Destroyer or the Venom helmets or the Expecto Patronum sets, which I know are like different IPs. It's like a Harry Potter IP versus Marvel, or Star Wars IP versus Marvel, or whatever. I think I'm just kind of basing it off of size and piece count and price and still being licensed. So I love this set. I love how it looks. I'll probably display it. I think this could be done better. I don't know if there's hair that could be done in a good way. I'd like to believe that there's a Lego designer that could kind of finish this off with maybe some hair or maybe something up here that would really, really work and would make this be just really, really excellent. If that was filled in more in a very convincing way, that would add pieces to it and would also maybe add some height and maybe some more substance to this, that the price would make more sense if that were the case. As is, I think the price doesn't make a ton of sense. So I can't really recommend it, but I think it's really, really great. Like, I love how it looks, and these are really nice prints, and that's it's a shame that it's priced in the way that it is, in my opinion. These are the extra pieces here, a bar element, some Technic pins, 1x1s, a couple tiles here, including a drum lacquered gold, and then maybe this nougat kind of color there, which you can see those are actually kind of similar, but not that close. So whether or not the back is an approximation or not, I don't know. But, Great set, not great price. That might be true for just might be the case with Lego right now, or maybe it always has been. But I still feel that I can make a note of that. So if you like this video, consider giving it a like. And if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I will be doing in the future, including more helmet displays, more Lego Marvel, and then just a bunch of other Lego themes, bunch of other Lego sets of different sizes and shapes and piece counts and price points and all different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. And if you want to support the channel in another way, consider hopping over to the Sobrix Patreon, where not only will you help support this channel financially and help me grow and help me expand, but you'll also get access to some exclusive content over there and early access to stuff. So maybe consider checking that out. Every little bit helps, and I'm very, very grateful to everybody that watches and subscribes and likes and comments and gives over at the Patreon. So I'm just very, very grateful for all of that. And until next time, thanks. Bye.